Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with the football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
False start, offense.
They get the tackle, Marcus Gilbert, second-round pick back in 2011 out of Florida. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now it's Roethlisberger. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Now Ben on third and long. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Now this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Butker now to kick this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
3 down.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a 1st down. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Bell. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
And there's a man they call AB. Always a volume receiver. He gobbles up catches. Holds a number 2 and number 4 spots for most receptions in a season in NFL history. And in 2015, just 7 catches shy of setting the single-season mark for most receptions, currently held by Marvin Harrison, a Hall of Famer.
He had 136 catches that year on the heels of 129 the season before.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Set. Blue 30.
They'll go again with Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Set. Black 80.
On 3rd down, it's Bell, and this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the word we often use? Symptomatic. It's just been a sign of how this one's gone.
Give a lot of credit to the guys who got in and blocked the kick. They've had the advantage all game, and they continue to press it.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal.
Ready. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 87 yards. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Now let's discuss Antonio Brown as he heads back out there now. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation, the catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
He wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Roethlisberger, and that'll be incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Now Roethlisberger, and this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give a much better starting position.
Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15. And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Out to his left. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Here we go now.
Now a play fake here on first down. And a skin tee of the game. Instead, second down. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now here's Mahomes. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins, for the Kansas City first.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green 90. Green 90.
Now Mahomes. Caught. Kelsey, left side. That goes for a gain of 31.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover it? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
Butker now to kick this one away. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it.
So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McDonald. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Roethlisberger now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. The full start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Now Roethlisberger. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. It's McDonald. And oh, he coughed it up. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
To throw, it's Mahomes. On the move to his left. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter leans towards admiration.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Butker now to add the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Butker now to kick this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4.
Set! Black 80!
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 47 yards. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Butker now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Set! Like 30!
Roethlisberger will throw. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down, eluding the pressure right. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His 1st carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
A give to Bell. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield. Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it, but it's almost like he heard a whistle or something that stopped his swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Mahomes now on 1st down. Now he's going to throw deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 66 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Ready, green 90, green 90.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Touchdown, Chiefs.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No.
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Butker on for the PAT. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Set. 180.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
On third down, Roethlisberger. But it's brought in by Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the Steelers getting another first down on a bit of a roll.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 more there and another first down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn into big plays.
On the left side, it's McDonald. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Ben to throw again. He's going deep for Brown. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 32 that time. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Cameron Hayward able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
Hey guys, I got 15. 15's mine.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Mahomes to throw on second down. Going up top. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
Butker now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away, and it's second down.
Well, man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Here's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep down. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Mahomes going to throw. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 55 yards. And the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now Roethlisberger to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.